Guess what? This book here, this changed my life. And you know what? I wrote it. That's right. I wrote this book, How to Get Off the Financial Tightrope, What You Did Not Learn About Money in School. You know why I wrote it? Because I was sick and tired of struggling with money, trying to understand, looking at the stock market on the news, looking at the real estate market, looking at gold and silver, listening to other people being successful and how much they have in their 401k, blah, blah, blah. Does that sound familiar? I hope so, because if that does sound familiar, the answers that you're looking for are in this book. I'm telling you, I took so much time to understand money and started investing in some certain aspects of some assets and go, oh, that's the way this works. And you know what? I started thinking, I need to write a book to help people like you and people like yourself who are actually looking to learn more about money. Because this book here, this changed how I think about money. Okay. I review, even though I wrote this book, I review this every now and then because I have to. I wrote it. And I have to review it also to make sure it makes sense in today's economy. And it even makes more sense in today's economy than when I wrote it. It's crazy. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. I wrote it and it's just like this is true through the whole timeline of debt and saving money and investing. It's absolutely nuts. But not a lot of people know what's going on with money. So the reason most people stay broke was because they don't understand a lot about money is because it has nothing to do with how much they earn. But it has everything to do that they just weren't taught it. And guess what, folks? That all starts in day one in my book. I wrote this book and I broke it down into 7 days, 7 simple days to understand. And I wrote it in a way that a 10 to 12-year old could literally understand it. Because I understand that the concepts of money are so hard, some of them. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to write this thing where it's just so crazy. I'm going to write it so people can understand it. But anyway, check this out. If you give me in the next 9 to 10 minutes, okay, I'm going to show you 3 things the school completely skipped out that are quietly keeping you financially stuck and what to do about it. Because guess what? School never taught us about money for a reason. Why? Because there's a purpose behind it. Because they want us to continue to work and pay debt, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. So check it out. Here's the difference in knowing about money and knowing on how to use money. Right? School gives you one, life gives you the other. So check it out. Listen to this, all right? If you have credit cards and you have 10% interest rate on one of your credit cards and you have $1,000 that you've racked up in debt, that 10% interest rate is costing you $100 per year. But guess what? The credit card companies are nice and they're like, we'll give you 2,000. We'll give you 3,000. You're such a great customer. You've been paying on time, blah, blah, blah. Here's $5,000 of credit card limit. And then what happens? You might have spent $5,000. Well, guess what? That 10% of that $5,000 per year, the 10% is now $500 in interest rate that you're giving over to that credit card company. Imagine what you can do with A, with that $5,000 to begin with, and B, with that extra $500 that you don't need to pay to that credit card company. That's right, think about it. But no one taught us this stuff. It's ridiculous. So if you want to get out of debt, I have examples in the book on how to do that as well. All right, so let's move on here, folks. All right, so here's something they never taught you in school. There are different types of income, not just one type of income, which is earned income if you have a job. That's one. That's basically trading time for money. Yes, I hate saying it, but we are literally trading our time, our awesome time here on this God given earth for money. 8 hours a day. Well, not even. Sometimes 9, sometimes 10. And some of y'all out there have 2 to 3 jobs just to survive. It's hard. I've been down the road. It's freaking hard. Okay? So that's one type of earned income. Trading time for money. The second is portfolio income. Money making money. It's all in the book here, by the way. Okay? So that's basically money from, you know, You want me to read the book? I'll read the book, okay? But I'm not going to read the book right now. But portfolio income is basically money from you're taking like dividend income from a stock or so on and so forth, so on and so forth. Passive income, that's another one. Who teaches about that? Passive income is systems that pay you. You set it up, you get paid. Real estate investing is one of those examples of passive income. In the book again, okay? So let's keep it simple here, all right? The problem is and isn't is that you don't work so hard. You work so hard for your money, okay? But nobody taught you where there were other options, okay? The book will teach you. So let's move on here, all right? So here's the number one. Excuse me, I'm out of breath. I'm talking a lot here. Anyway, here's the number that's silently controlling your financial life and most people have never heard of. Have you ever heard of what's called debt to income ratio? What the heck is that, right? So debt to income ratio, let's say that you, not you, somebody, okay, makes $1,000 okay, let's say $2,000 every month. They make $1,000 a paycheck, $2,000 every month. Okay, but their debt is going to $1,000 of that $2,000 after taxes and all that other funny stuff, Social Security, Medicare, blah blah blah, whatever. It's $2,000 a month. Okay, now let's say in 1 month their debt is $1,000 that they're pouring out. So $2,000 coming in, $1,000 going out. That's 50% going out. That's DTI, debt to income ratio. That's how you calculate it. So basically, why are you so stuck? You're stuck because you haven't calculated your DTI. But now start calculating it. What's your DTI? Take all your debt, calculate your income, take your income, calculate your debt, divide it in half, like 1,000 divided by 500 is 500, which equals 50%. So your debt to income ratio is 50%. They don't teach that stuff in school either because there's a reason for it again. It's like a conspiracy, but not really. So let's do this, okay? That information, by the way, is in this book. It will show you the DTI in this book, okay? Here's the truth, folks. You're not bad with money. You were just never given the system. And this system is exactly what's in the book. Okay, so I want to give you a quick testimony about myself. When I was younger, I was trying my best to understand the stock market, real estate investing, savings, debt, and the whole money enchilada as a whole. All right. I went out of my way to get a financial education. Then I thought other people will be interested in what I've learned. And guess what? That's why I wrote the book, How to Get Off the Financial Tightrope. And I was learning about this stuff and taking some investing risks into real estate, into some assets. Like you'll figure it out. Some of it's in the book, some of it's not. Okay, I don't want to get too much into. I don't want to let all the secrets out here. All right. So check this out. If you're currently walking a financial tightrope, every dollar you earn is gone before you actually use it. Why? Because that dollar can create security for your future self. I spent years fighting the same battle until I stopped hoping for more income and started building a system. That system is exactly what I laid out and how to get off the financial tightrope. All right. This book is battle tested. It's my blueprint. I built it to stop the cycle of vulnerability. Okay. There it is, right there. Okay. It takes the tactical steps we talked about today and turns them into a defensible long-term strategy, basically for your entire life. And you can always go to review it back and back and back, so on and so forth. If you're finally done living one boss away from broke, okay, stop guessing at your future right now. Get the full framework, get the tools, and start building actual economic power for you and your family. The link's in the description. So let's get to work, all right? Because everything I just covered is in day one of a 7-day functional financial system that I built. It's all right here in the book. If you want this complete book, okay, The roadmap, you can grab the digital version. The paper copy is not available anymore. Sorry, maybe one day it will be, but the digital version is even better because you can take it anywhere you want. It's going to be a PDF version. You can take it anywhere you want. So the digital version of this is $19, okay? But if you want it bundled with all the worksheets and the debt tracker, it's $39. And there are videos that will go along with it. If you want the whole system, the whole package, which will be a lot of videos, the debt tracker, the book, the worksheets, a lot of videos talking about the economic, how to, we're going to talk about optional income in there as well, how to make some optional income so you're not just stuck on one income from your job, making that earned income. That's $99. So check it out today. The link is in the description. Appreciate your time. God bless you.